Browns fans, stop everything you're doing, because a piece of insider information has just exploded, and it could completely change the course of the 2025 season. We're talking about a quiet move with the potential to shake the foundations of the AFC North and dramatically shift the future of the Cleveland Browns. A possible turning point that, if confirmed, might not only redefine who leads the offense, but also disrupt the power balance within the division for years to come. And as unexpected as it may seem, the name now emerging as a potential starting quarterback for the Browns is Kenny Pickett. That's right, the same Kenny Pickett that, just a few months ago, most people didn't even consider a real contender for the starting job. Now he's gaining traction, attention, and even praise from the coaching staff. The competition is open, and if we go by the whispers from insiders and analysts close to the team, Pickett is very much alive in this race. Let's remember that Joe Flacco was initially seen as the natural favorite, with a solid career, playoff experience, and the kind of confidence only a veteran can offer. It looked like he would be the one to lead the offense in 2025. But then the front office made a quiet but telling move. Cleveland sent a fifth-round pick to the Philadelphia Eagles to acquire Pickett, and that trade is no small thing. You don't give up a draft pick, even a mid-round one, for a young quarterback unless there's a clear plan. That move alone shows the Browns didn't bring Pickett in just to ride the bench. They want to see what he's got. They want to test him, and maybe, just maybe, mold him into the future of the franchise. Behind that decision is an important name, Kevin Stefanski. According to respected ESPN Cleveland journalist Tony Rizzo, the head coach had a direct role in Pickett's arrival, while it was GM Andrew Berry who pulled the trigger on the trade. Everything points to Stefanski being consulted and giving the green light, and more than that, the coach has been showing, even if subtly, growing enthusiasm about the new quarterback. His recent compliments don't sound like empty cliches. They sound like words from someone who genuinely believes Pickett can fit his offensive system. Kenny Pickett is just 27 years old, with youth on his side and a background that, while inconsistent so far, still carries flashes of raw potential. His mobility, improvisational ability, and poise under pressure make him the type of quarterback that fits today's NFL. And the league has taught us not to underestimate comeback stories. We've seen it with Baker Mayfield, who had an unexpected revival, and with Geno Smith, who rose from backup to star after years in the shadows. With the right environment, a solid offensive plan, and the patience to develop him, Pickett might just surprise everyone. Meanwhile, Joe Flacco remains an important presence on the roster. He's the kind of player who brings leadership, football, IQ, and consistency, but at 40 years old, he's not a long-term solution. The Browns know that if they want to build something sustainable, they need to invest in someone with time ahead of him. And that's where Pickett makes sense as a bet. He might not be ready today, but he could turn into the right guy for the job sooner than expected. The coaching staff has been clear. There won't be any handouts. The competition is real. No one's being handed the job. Everything will be earned during training camp. Every rep, every throw, every snap will count. What we're hearing from behind the scenes is that the staff is genuinely intrigued by what Pickett can bring to the table. And that technical curiosity, combined with the draft investment they made, makes this one of the most exciting battles of the offseason. You can't talk about this situation without remembering the Browns' recent quarterback history. The franchise has cycled through name after name in search of a definitive answer. After Mayfield, they went through Tyrod Taylor, Case Keenum, and several others who couldn't lock down the role. The goal now is clear: stability. The Browns want a solid foundation for the future, and Pickett, with his strong arm, mobility, and ability to perform under pressure, might be exactly the missing piece in this puzzle. The overall context also helps. The Browns' offensive line is improving. The receiving corps includes names like Amari Cooper and David Njoku, and the offensive system is being shaped intelligently. If Pickett can absorb the playbook, adapt to the team's rhythm, and show progress in the coming weeks, it's not a stretch to say he could be the Week 1 starter. Of course, there are questions. Can he handle the pressure of leading one of the most demanding fan bases in the NFL? Will he be able to turn potential into real performance on the field? Those are valid questions, but the very fact that the Browns are willing to bet on him already shows a significant shift in the team's mindset. They're thinking long-term. They're thinking about the future, not just the next game. And that future also runs through the AFC North. It's one of the most competitive divisions in football, with Joe Burrow leading the Bengals, Lamar Jackson guiding the Ravens, and the Steelers always dangerous. Having a quarterback who can go toe-to-toe with those names could literally reshape the divisional landscape for years to come. In the next few weeks, all eyes will be on Kenny Pickett's performance in practices and preseason games. If he shows command, confidence, and steady improvement, he might become the biggest surprise of the offseason. If not, Flacco remains a solid option. But what's already clear is that the Browns are willing to be bold, to take risks, and to build something new. And that's exactly what makes this story so exciting. The chance to witness a young talent reborn, to watch an unexpected turnaround, and maybe, finally, to find the quarterback Cleveland has been searching for all these years. Now the ball is in your court, Browns fans. Do you think Kenny Pickett deserves this chance? Is Stefanski making the right call by giving the young quarterback room to grow? Or is the safest path still to trust Flacco's experience? Think it over, because the next era of the Cleveland Browns might be starting right now, and it's shaping up to be unlike anything we've seen before.